Now, as votes from the Burundian referendum that could let President Pierre Nkurunziza hold power until 2034 being tallied, Human Rights Watch revealed in a report on Friday that at least 15 people were killed and 6 were raped during the campaigning. Also in the statement, the rights group accused security forces and their allies of creating a climate of fear and intimidation ahead of Thursday's vote. Political observers say the referendum results are expected to affirm the constitutional change after voters were asked to accept or reject a proposal that would allow the president to stand for 2 7-year terms. Nkurunziza was due to step down in 2015, but earlier that year, he announced he was seeking a 3rd term, triggering deadly clashes with his opponents and a political and security crisis that has gripped the impoverished country of 10 million people. For the latest on the Burundi votes, reporter Mohammed Yusuf joins us by phone from Bujumbura. Good evening, Mohammed.
Good evening, Vincent.
So now, do we have any preliminary reports, results? Do we know anything about the tallying?
Yeah, so far with 80% of the votes results coming in, so far it clearly shows that about at least 70% of Burundian voters have accepted the proposed changes to the constitution, with 19% rejecting it. But that's just the preliminary result. But tomorrow is the final day that the Electoral Commission will announce the final result. By the look of things, it clearly shows that yes, have carried the day. Something that maybe many Burundians are not surprised.
Now, we mentioned in our report earlier that, in fact, there were people who were killed in the run-up to the referendum, some women raped. How is that being reported locally, and what's the mood in the country?
You may well aware that most of journalists have left the country with the opposition politicians in 2015. For the few journalists who are here, very few of them, they're operating in a very difficult environment, and they've been really reluctant to report some of these issues, in particular the human rights abuses that has been going on in the last 3 years. So most probably you expect journalists not reporting on these issues because they also fear for their lives, and most of these journalists here think that maybe life may be difficult for them if they leave the country. So all they do now is just to report the normal things, but not the abuses that is there.
Well, Mohammed, we really appreciate that you have that courage to be there and to be reporting for us. Thank you very much. Mohammed Yusuf reporting from Bujumbura in Burundi.